So my name's Josiah Towne. I'm a conservation officer with New Hampshire Fish and Game, and I've been working for the department now for over 16 years. As a rural state here in New Hampshire, if you have issues outside, whether it be wildlife issues or snowmobiling or anything like that, your local conservation officer is who helps you, and they are really an integral part of the community. Well, I have a lot of small ponds. I have Newfound Lake, which is a lake trout salmon water that's in the center of my patrol. My whole patrol is basically honeycombed with trails that go everywhere. So a lot of snowmobile enforcement, a lot of fisheries enforcement. Probably one of my most favorite times to work as a conservation officer, because you're out on sled and you're dealing with a lot of sportsmen. These guys are die-hard ice fishermen. There are guys that have beds in their bob houses, and they live out there for 3 or 4 days at a time, catching lake trout. That's a first edition badge when we first became conservation officers in 1934. I'm Josiah Towne with New Hampshire Fish and Game, and today I'm up at the lodge created in memory of Slim Baker. So Slim Baker was the local conservation officer from 1933 until 1953. This is kind of neat. This was an article from 1939 in the Boston Globe, and it talks about Slim Baker and some of his adventures over the years. Has a pistol there he's shooting, and we actually still have the pistol here. It's a Colt Woodsman 22 caliber, so it's for target practicing. There was a story about Slim Baker that he came across 2 bucks that were locked together, and he shot their antlers off. And then I found pictures and a newspaper article from that time. Not the best quality pictures, but it's kind of cool as I know the swamp out there, and I could probably get within, 100 yards of where this incident happened 70 some odd years ago. Bristol, New Hampshire, November 30th, 1952. Dear Sir, I'm enclosing a story which may interest some of the sportsmen around New Hampshire. There were 2 big deer just a little ways up the road and fighting, and saw an 8-point and a 10-point buck with their antlers locked together in battle. Believe me, it was some battle. They were in the mud up to their knees. First one buck was on top, then the other. Slim Baker followed them to the edge of the swamp with the rifle. When they stopped, he got near to them and shot part of one antler off each deer, which freed them. After the deer were free, they were going to tackle Slim. He waved the rifle and shouted, and that scared them off. Then he called to me and said, "Look out, one is coming for you." The deer came almost up to me, shaking its head and snorting. I got behind a big pine and picked up a stick and hit him, and he went off over a stone wall. I'm enclosing the picture I took where the antlers are locked together. I do not think many sportsmen have ever seen anything like this. Frank Fowler. Growing up in the area, the local conservation officer was always kind of like a staple in the community. Everyone knew who the local conservation officer was. A lot of this stuff is just a prime example that what we do here today is going to live on for a long time. Even minor things like going to a wildlife call where there are some deer that our antlers are interlocked, that is just a fleeting call in my mind. It sticks out in the community's minds, and they remember that even generations from now.